right, now let's get into Monday Nitro. This is a special episode of Nitro where the viewers can call in to choose one guy from the red locker room and one guy from the blue locker room, and they'll face off in the main event of tonight's show. And
it's not the whole roster. It's only a certain group of faces and heels that are in these separate locker rooms. But interesting concept, I guess. I was hoping, I guess just jumping forward a little bit more, I was hoping that they would do more with it. Like, they'd have people, like, on the line, like, saying who they wanted
telling
and
their
shit.
picks. That would have been awesome. Johnny like calling in and telling us,
I'm not watching this show. That's what I'm saying when I call it.
I want Bald Auto Montoya versus The Rock. It ain't the fucking phone.
This is 1995. What the fuck are you talking about?
We don't know The Rock.
Ain't the fucking phone up, buddy.
Hey, yo. I want
a sandwich.
I want you to give me a fat contract.
So yeah, man, I thought it was going to be like the whole show was going to be call in.
Me too, yeah.
I will be honest with you though, the show is probably better off just doing the main event, so I could totally see why they probably said, all right, main event only.
Yeah, and I imagine they lied.
And Eric Bischoff called 900 times on 900 different phones to book this main event.
I mean, I imagine that this was the only option regardless. Like, nobody's called in for the fucking Shark other than me. But
yeah, I totally called in for the Shark earlier, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So we start off with the Monday Nitro intro here, of course, to start the show off. We are in the 1 hour era. We have not entered the 2 hour era of Nitro, and we have definitely not entered the 3 hour yet. So
holy shit, no way, dude. Yeah, dude, no fucking way anywhere close to 3 hours. 3 hour wrestling was like not even a hint in 1995, let alone in even 97. And then like today, I read that fucking SmackDown's going to 3, which is
crazy.
Crazy.
It seems like that's almost like the standard nowadays.
Yeah. And I saw people were excited. They were like, fuck yeah, 3 hours of SmackDown. I said, holy shit, I'm old as shit. I hate this shit.
As time moves on, dude, like, that becomes the standard for shit. Like, if something, like, Raw's been 3 hours for 10 years now, I think, or something like that. Something like that, odd number. Yeah. So, like, there's a lot of people that, like, grew up, like, they were 7 or fucking 8, right, when it became 3 hours.
Oh, my God.
Their
they
entire,
only know this.
You're right. Yeah, they've only ever known 3. So, like, time moves on. You just gotta let it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fighting it. I mean, and Macho will tell me all about the show, so I'll be still tapped in.
Yeah, he watches every hour, and he has different notes for each hour. He has 2 different war zones.
But yeah, the street intro where they're in a neighborhood and a bunch of cities exploding, and the first shot you see is Hogan projected on the wall going, oh! What? I mean, like, what fucking neighborhood is this, and why is this allowed? Someone's just trying to project an episode of Nitro on the wall, and someone's bombing the neighborhood to try to stop it. Is that what this is?
Didn't they do this in AEW once? I remember, like, Hangman Page or something.
I think
with
they
something
did,
on the wall, and he rode a horse into town or something. Yeah, that's the same city.
That's fucked up, man. They're just trying to watch Nitro on the walls of the buildings.
Yeah, everything's on the walls. Like Thunder
bombing.
Thunder does the same thing.
I love this intro, though. I mean, it's awesome.
So we go to a cold open commentary shot here. Your commentary team for the evening is Eric Bischoff, Bobby Heenan, Steve Mongo McMichael, and Pepe McMichael dressed as Jimmy Hart.
Well, it's debatable. That's what he says, at least. I thought he was wearing a Killer Clown tint outfit.
Oh, great. There's 9 more free tints.
Yeah. He says, we got a lot of clowns in this league.
Yeah, Bishop says, what is up with that? And he points at the dog.
Hey, fucking leave me alone.
The fuck? And Mongo says, we got a lot of clowns in this league, like Tony said, like Jimmy Hart, and this is in honor of him. Bishop says, well, all right. Anyway, the fans call the shots tonight. You get to tell us what you want to see in the main event. WCW Interactive Calling Cards presents You Call the Shots. I forgot calling cards were a thing.
Wow. What is it?
Yeah.
Like, I think that was like the same way you would put money on something to.
Yeah, you put money
on.
You put money on a card.
I thought you were talking about something else completely.
Oh, no, like an actual calling card. Like, I guess they were selling WCW branded ones.
Sure, you could get your Blue Bloods one.
They love the branding of the cards. They had the credit cards, the calling cards.
Dude, someone definitely put themselves in unbelievable debt with a WCW credit card.
Yeah, you're
Charge it to
probably
my
right.
Goldberg card.
Dude, I'll put $1 million on my calling card. That'll never expire, right? We'll use calling cards forever. I'll be rich.
Man, I'm going to be making calls for the rest of my life, so I might as well load up this WCW fucking Blue Bloods card with some money.
I can't imagine how many cards expired, and then the company just made a shit ton of money off of that. That's crazy.
That was probably the idea. They probably said, fuck all that. Call 1-900-370-3WCW. Calls cost 99 cents a minute. Stay on as long as you want. You can choose from the red locker room.
What are you gonna do past 1 minute? I want DDP. Yeah, so how's your
Are you
day
sure?
going?
Hold on, let me give you the options here. Ric Flair, stay on the line, DDP, Blue Bloods, Big Bubba, Shark, or Scott Norton.
DDP?
All right, hold on. Let's go to the blue locker room. Hold on, give me a second here. Let me give you the rest of the options here.
Can you tell me more about the blue locker room?
Yeah, just
please?
stay on the line. You got blue locker room, which is a whole different locker room here. You got Sting. You know him?
Oh, yeah,
I want a DDP.
Yeah. Johnny B. Bad. You know him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Duggan.
I was looking
Dave
at
Sullivan. You know Dave Sullivan?
Yeah. No, Dave Sullivan.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Alex Wright. He's on the roster. He's in the blue locker room currently.
But DDP,
also in the blue locker room, just in case you missed it, Sting, Johnny B. Bad.
Okay, keep going.
Duggan,
keep telling me.
Dave Sullivan, Alex Wright. What were you saying?
Oh, I just was DDP on the list.
The Nasty Boys are in the blue locker room, and JL is in the blue locker room. So who do you want to pick? You want me to go over the red locker room again? We're up to 3 minutes now.
I wish I had DDP.
Can we get DDP versus Scott Norton? Can we make
You only
that
get to pick
happen?
one. I mean, you're really fucking overstaying your welcome here. You got to stay on for a couple more minutes.
Let me talk about the feuds that are currently going on in the WCW.
Okay.
The Blue Bloods are feuding with the goddamn Nasty Boys right now.
Can you pick both of the Blue Bloods and put them against Mr. JL?
That's what I'm wondering.
That would be funny as shit. The Blue Bloods are challenging with are feuding with the Nasty Boys. Yeah, I'm trying to see the Blue Bloods versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Dave Sullivan.
Hey,
I don't get 3 votes. What are you doing?
Do you even watch the fucking show, sir?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I watch Raw.
Oh, okay, well then fuck you. Fuck you.
All right, don't charge me shit, buddy.
Stay on the line real quick. Give my boys a shit on you. You piece of shit.
I would get Megan here to call you a bitch.
You double Lauren looking motherfucker. Fuck you.
Get a pissing match with Scheme Gene over there on the phone. Just start yelling at him.
You're just trying to tilt dudes so they'll stay on the line and argue with you. So you can get $3.
Dude,
yeah, bitch would pick Ming. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What was that? Hey, what was that? You piece of shit.
Yeah, stupid ass Meng pick, you asshole.
All the calls sound like this. Yeah, I'd like to fucking pick DDP.
Hey, DDP fucking sucks, buddy.
What the fuck is this fucking bitch? Shit's crazy out here.
What did you say to me,
You kiss your mother with that mouth, huh?
Holy shit. Hey, stay on the line.
Hold on. Stay on the line. Yeah, that's why when they said stay on the line for a second, we'll confirm your vote. We gotta make sure it goes through.
We gotta put this in. Bleep, 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 bleep. That's me putting it in.
Yeah, he just said bleep, 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 bleep.
Oh, wow. What if they put him on hold? Yeah, I picked DDP. All right, 1 second.
Please do not hang up. American males. That's your waiting music.
Wow, this fucking song rules. I'm staying on the line with some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, if this is internet era, that Vader gets released, someone calls, I want Vader. I want
Aldo Montoya Ball.
I'm calling in. Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Holy shit.
So we got calls cost 99 cents per minute here. Red locker room, blue locker room.
They're keeping them on the phone for 10 minutes minimum, trying to get this money racking up.
Bischoff talks about what happened at Halloween Havoc, and I got to tell you guys here, it cuts to a B-roll of the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
It's ridiculous looking.
95 WCW was a lawless land, all right? Kevin Sullivan was booking the craziest Power Rangers off feuds for Hulk Hogan I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was legit fucking monster of the month.
So Halloween Havoc, Flair, and Sting, but what about Lex Luger and the Macho Man Randy Savage?
Dude, what about it?
Dude, it cuts to a clip. of the craziest group of people I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Kevin Sullivan in the corner with his fucking eyebrows. Hulk Hogan on the floor with no mustache or goatee and black tights. Jimmy Hart with a belt. The Giant and a big ass mummy named the Yeti. Walking around like Frankenstein. He's a mummy.
They just fuck the shit out of Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Frankenstein.
Dude, it's unbelievable, man.
He was in the Flock, the Yeti.
That's fucking Ron. Okay, yeah, the Yeti is in World War III, and he also wrestles Barry Houston on WCW Prime, and then that's his run. I will tell you though, I'm gonna ruin him for you a little bit here. The Yeti wore lifts in his boots.
Oh man.
For some reason, that's on his Wikipedia.
Just had to bury him one time.
He was initially introduced, supposedly frozen inside a block of ice. The Yeti soon broke out of the ice to reveal a heavily bandaged appearance reminiscent of a huge mummy, and then interfered at Halloween Havoc 95. The Yeti's ring attire was changed without explanation to resemble a masked ninja, and then he was renamed the Super Giant Ninja.
Dude, that's my goat. Super Giant Ninja is my goat, yeah.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of. Arachneman may be similar to Super Giant Ninja.
No, they're definitely not similar. That Arachneman is Spider-Man too.
No, you can't fucking say that. For all legal purposes, no, the fuck it's not.
That shit was awesome. No, they had some great characters back then. I don't even know how you show the Yeti on the screen and then not put him on this show.
I fucking can't believe that. How is he not just coming out with Kevin Sullivan and Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, my thought is I would let the Yeti walk around the ring the entire match like Frankenstein, just fucking walking around the ring.
Yeah, they should gimmick the fucking announce table and he could punch through it. Just fuck this fucking thing. He's just destroying
grabs
shit.
Eric Bischoff, double goozles to This is like an Aqua Tigre Force character, man. This is real shit to me, man. This matters.
So yeah, Macho Man is injured, but he is here in the arena. That's what we were told. He's in the arena right now, and the doctors won't let him wrestle, and he's currently in the back throwing furniture around.
Yeah, so it shows Lex Luger doing the rack, and he puts Savage down, and in the background, the Yeti's walking around doing the Frankenstein walk, and Jimmy Hart is jumping up and down, fucking freaking out. This is nuts, man.
It's the best thing he's ever created. He's like fucking goddamn Rita Repulsa. This is one of his monsters.
That's legit Kevin Sullivan's gimmick is Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, you're right. With the eyebrows.
And he just says that people should call into the phone and ask for Shivani versus Okerlund.
Dude, they probably got that. They probably got that too.
They probably did.
Yeah, he didn't call it in.
He probably got heat for it.
So it goes to my main man Cobra here. This is not a G.I. Joe character. I swear to God, it's not. So he goes to Cobra coming out here.
That was his entrance music, by the way.
Hold on. First they play, I think it is the Giant laughing. I can't tell. They play his music by accident first, and then they play Cobra's music. They go, ah, ha, ha. You know the laugh in his song?
Oh, yeah, they do.
It goes, ah, ha. I'm like, what the hell's happening here?
For Cobra because he's a goddamn soldier.
Yeah, so the Morse code that they play here is just fucking so loud.
It's so fucking annoying.
That I was so confused here because I thought something was fucked up.
You didn't know it was music?
Yeah, no. I thought wow, this episode got fucked up. Especially later because they had like a VHS problem from the master.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, something fucked up. But I guess no. They just played his theme song super, super loud.
Yeah, and it is dude. Okay, it was so loud that's why I thought it was dubbed. I was like, this is something they put over this for some reason. I don't know why, but no, it was just super fucking loud.
His theme song is G.I. Joe, and it's all right. We can't have that. Can't do that.
So
one.
The Cobra, sorry, just Cobra, not the Cobra. Cobra's kayfabe backstory was that he served in the Gulf War, and Sergeant Craig Pittman, a legit Marine sergeant, abandoned Cobra in the jungle, then reported him AWOL back at camp. Cobra lost all rank and respect, learned to wrestle, and came to WCW seeking revenge on Craig Pittman.
Oh, and he ran into the Giant.
And then, they feuded, and then I guess after that it was like, what do we do with Cobra? Well, we fucking have him lose all the time, probably.
He will never complete his quest.
Oh, he's fucking... Oh, my God. I didn't realize this till just now. He's NWO Sting.
Oh, yes, really?
He's Jeff Farmer.
Wow. Legend in this business.
What a run this guy has. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. People don't get runs like this anymore.
No, dude. Good for him.
Yeah. He's Cobra with the loudest theme song of all time.
All right, shit.
What do you think it's even saying?
I'm going to be NWO Sting.
I'm Sting.
I'm not G.I.
I'm Sting. I'm Sting. So Cobra versus the Giant is the first scheduled match of the evening. The Giant comes out here with Big Gold and Jimmy Hart laughing right in the camera.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, what the fuck is so fucking funny, buddy?
So Giant is not the champion right now.
He is not the champion. They stole the title according to the commentary.
So yeah, he stole the title. He's not the official champ, but of course in his world he is.
Yes.
David Pinzer is trying to make the announcements for the Giant, but the Giant walks over and picks him up in his armpits like a kid.
Which is what I wanted the Yeti to do during Halloween Havoc. Just start picking dudes up.
Just ringside.
He fucking picks him up, and he's saying shit to David Penzer, and Penzer then says, this is a WCW title match, and runs out of the ring, and Bischoff says, holy shit, what? This is not a title match. Are you kidding me? Because Giant, that's when I realized Giant wasn't champion. I thought he was when he came out until they did this.
Yeah, so it's not a title match, but Cobra's still down to do it. And Cobra's plan was to run at the largest man that's ever existed. So Cobra runs headfirst at the Giant, and he gets goozled, and he gets hit with the showstopper, and the Giant wins.
Now, there is a world, James, where that Cobra wins the WCW title from the Giant. Now, what would they do? Does he have claim to this championship or no?
I bet you.
Penzer announced it.
I bet you if he won the title, the guy he was looking for would have to come out of hiding to face him, right?
Oh, sure.
Because that guy would want the WCW title.
Pittman. Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
I guess we'll never know.
No, we will never know because fucking Cobra ran headfirst into a very, very big man.
What were you thinking, Sting?
Maybe that's how they were trained in the Gulf War. What were you thinking, Sting?
To run headfirst at the enemy, find the largest man on the fucking battlefield and run headfirst at.
That's how we won the Gulf War.
So, yeah, Giant then after the match picks up Jimmy Hart. And Jimmy Hart is kicking his legs, man. He is in glee right now.
He's literally bouncing on it.
It's nuts, really.
Bobby Heenan's flipping ice says, that's got to be a record. And Bischoff says, hey, get ready. Go to the phone. We got to go to the red locker room.
That's right, boys. The red locker room is filled with, I thought the red locker room was filled with the most insane people I've ever seen until we actually go to the other locker room here in a minute.
That's true. Now, if I were to ask you, describe what a red locker room would look like, how would you describe that?
Pretty red.
It would probably have at least some inkling of
red color, maybe. Yeah.
No, sadly, no. The red locker room is just black drape, and that's fucking it. A chair or two.
And no lockers.
No lockers. They don't fucking change here.
Not in a locker room? You know lockers? Oh, come on.
What is going on here? Yeah, there's nothing red about this room whatsoever.
Yeah, so this is where all the jabronis change, and then Hulk Hogan and Macho Man change in the locker room.
With the Darkside.
They went to the Darkside Brother, and they get the locker rooms. You should have followed them, dude.
So, yeah, it's Scott Norton, Big Bubba, DDP, the Shark, the Flair are there, and
the Flair, says, the Shark, the Flair, the DDP.
Dude, Shark's crazy. He's just a shark.
He's sitting down, and then he stands up.
The Shark is 22 years old.
He looks at least 50. I mean, it's fucking crazy what they were doing with him in 95. Mean Gene says, your chance, ladies and gentlemen, to be matchmaker for the night. Hey, wait a minute. Clear your hair just a second. Can you see back here? He splits them apart because they're all just standing in front of the Blue Bloods who are sitting in the back reading a book and sipping tea. Then all of a sudden, Mean Gene's talking and the Shark and Scott Norton just start collaring up and tying up. What the fuck is going on here? They start fighting. Everyone is just yelling shit at the screen. Flair is screaming, woo, and cutting a promo. Big Bubba's yelling, vote for me. It is complete chaos here. I'm not really sure who to vote for.
I'm voting for the Shark. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get one look at this dude I am voting for. The 95
of
especially.
Kick his ass, boys. I don't know, man. You might not make it to the ring.
Dude, he's looking jacked in this.
Dude, Scott Norton looks crazy, man. Yeah. He looks crazy because he's super well put together too. Nice hair and everything. When Scott Norton goes bald, he looks like a psychopath, man. Like he's so huge and like, he just looks nuts. Which is
great for wrestling, really.
Dude, yeah, I mean, Norton's like a super underrated guy, I think. I mean, like the Shark's pretty badass himself. I mean, look at
the Cobra.
Looks like a bite out your ass. You talking about Sting?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, we got him in the other locker room, so.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Yeah, so Shivani's back here with the blue locker room. And it's actually even more unhinged than the red locker room somehow.
But, James, it is blue in here.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising, actually. I can't believe how that worked out.
Yeah, it's blue
They
drape.
got the blue drape. They got it, but they didn't want to pay for the expensive red drape. That's too much.
Red drape, yeah. And it is, just a bunch of fucking the craziest guys ever. And the very beginning of this, it's like they're all yelling. Tony Schiavone's trying to like say, hey, call in for this shit. Jim Duggan stumbles into the camera shot by the group and says something that gets censored.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
He comes by and says, vote for me, fucking bitch. Goksucker. He just keeps going back and forth.
Just falls in front of the camera. Ass.
Bitch.
Dude, that's him calling the hotline. I vote for Hacksaw, cocksucker.
You will vote for Hacksaw, jackass.
I imagine him calling the hotline himself to vote for himself. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, I vote for Jim Duggan.
Cocksucker. He was just trying out catchphrases.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
This is before USA.
Sting starts yelling, I want the Nature Boy bad. And Jim Duggan just still walking by yelling stuff at the camera. He throws a chair and he starts going, oi, oi, oi. I'm voting for this guy, man. Fuck Sting. Jim Duggan's in this main event.
Hacksaw is like unbelievably off the shit. Like, he looks so unhinged. Like, I don't know how to explain it. This guy could have been the craziest heel of all time if they wanted to be. And not like Team Canada janitor off, know, shit. I'm talking like legit psychopath.
Yeah, you're
Him
right.
running
you're
around
right.
just brutalizing people with a 2x4 is like the scariest sight ever, probably.
Yeah, dude, he was like huge. He was massive.
And he walks by and says, bitch. Fuck you.
Balls. Balls.
He's such a heel because he's trying to get them thrown off the air.
So we get a World War III commercial. It's a 3-ring battle royal. And we later learn some news that changes this forever.
Yeah, it's 3 rings, 1 battle royal. They showed clips of dudes, including Sabu doing the fucking Arabian press. I was like, what the fuck?
I was super surprised by that, yeah.
Yeah, Sabu is here. Is he in the World War III?
I actually don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched this in full.
It's probably long as shit, right?
Yeah,
Sabu's
I imagine
not in
so.
this match.
Oh, he's not?
No.
A super giant ninja? He make an appearance?
The Yeti is in it. Yes.
Oh, let's go. He should come back in as super giant ninja. Holy fuck.
Dude, I think he's the Yeti in Super Giant Ninja gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I think it's a transition period for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Super Giant Ninja, if I saw that on a goddamn sheet, I'd be like, wow, I'm going to this show.
Holy shit, yeah. Is that the world champion, the Super Giant Ninja?
Hulk Hogan versus the Super Giant Ninja. I'd be like, all right, well, I got to see what's going on here.
I think there was some concern at the time for the WWF side that, like, this was going to fuck up the Royal Rumble. Because Royal Rumble's in January, and it is not this.
Oh, right. Like, maybe like the idea of this being scaled out so crazy and like...
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I could definitely see that.
Like, why would I pay for the Royal Rumble in, like, 2 months if I'm going to watch World War III, which is 3 Royal Rumbles?
Damn, you're right, too. And, like, as a kid, if I would have, like... 3 rings, I'm like, oh, fuck the Royal Rumble.
That's crazy.
I don't even care. Like, I'm not even looking at, like, how good it was or whatever.
No,
I'm just thinking, they got 3 rings. Like, wow, they already won this one.
3 is better than 1, of course.
Yeah, holy shit, this is awesome.
That's easy.
And the Yetis. What's WWF got? Crush?
Dude, me as a kid, 3 rings, the Yeti, I'm buying that shit.
I think this is the first time they did this match, too, in 90. Like, I think World War III is the first one.
This was a great commercial.
It is a great commercial.
Yeah, this was pretty cool.
Growing up, I always thought World War III, like, It was the third one they did. But the show was always called World War III. From 95 to 98, it was called that. The match is called World War III.
They were just hoping and begging that there wasn't an actual World War III, because then they have to change the branding to World War IV.
They
do 4 rings.
They just stack them. That would be even better. Like Fall Guy style, you got to go through the middle.
Oh, yeah. It starts disintegrating midway through the match.
That'd be awesome. Wow.
So we go to a pre-tape. Dude, okay. There's so much going on here. I don't know. I've never seen this. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man at Venice Beach with the homeless man and a guy playing the guitar on the street.
So like there's a lot of this era of Hogan that I think circulates like clip-wise. I don't think I've ever seen this, like you said. Like, I don't know what this is. I'm surely missing some context here. There's surely something to this that I'm not understanding, but just watching this in a bubble, this is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was like way nicer when I wrote it down. I said, wow, this is the most eccentric thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right, so the first thing you see is some guy jamming out on a flower guitar, and he's going crazy. Hogan, love what you play on the dark side. If you step into his world, you may not leave alive. And I said, wow, okay. Understandable. Thank you for that.
This is one of my dudes from Metallica, brother. I got him to come out here to Venice Beach just for us,
We're about to start Metallica right now, dude. So then it goes from this crazy, possibly also homeless guy with a guitar, and then to Hogan, who has no facial hair at all. He's clean-shaven Hogan. I said, what the fuck am I looking at? And then I see Macho Man. I say, okay, that's fine. And then it's Hogan and Macho Man sitting same level, and then sitting seemingly on the floor is a fucking random fat guy. Who the fuck is this guy?
This is brother.
This is my good brother from the dark side, dude.
He just says he calls him brother. He has no name. He's his brother. He's brother from the dark side.
I couldn't find shit. I don't know.
Because this guy doesn't exist in WCW. This is a guy they found at Venice Beach, and they probably gave him $75, and he came in here and he did this promo with Hulk Hogan. This was probably, I can't imagine how insane of a day this was for everybody in Venice Beach to see any of this.
Is there a chance that like they just wanted to shoot something here and this fucking fat dude wouldn't leave, so they said, fuck it, just do it? Because there's a chance this guy might not know what's going on.
I mean, he's just talking. He's just saying words. He definitely was not fed any lines or anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just saying shit. All right, so Hogan is now talking, and Hogan says, you know something, brothers? Now we're back in Venice Beach. Now we replaced Jimmy Hart with the head of the War Games from Venice Beach, our main man, brother. This guy is the head of the War Games. Brother. Brother. We're afraid that they might not show up. We're afraid. We made a stroganoff. I swear to God he says that. I swear to God he says, we're afraid they may not show up. We're afraid we made a stroganoff.
Was this guy a part of Fall Brawl War Games?
Dude, there's no fucking way this guy's in fucking War Games. What would his name even be? Who is this fucking guy?
This is brother dude Jack Daddy, bro.
Brother is not in the War Games.
Holy shit, is
I'm reading right here.
Leader of the War Games.
Brother is leader of the War Games. Yeah, that's
he's
right.
the head of the War Games. Wow. What does that mean, brother? So yeah, we made a stroganoff, and now that the Macho Man brother has come into the dark side, dude, stick with me all the way, Macho Man, and our hitless brother of solving Jimmy Hart, Luger, that stinky, nasty, wart-infested giant, and everybody will fall by the wayside, dude. Stick with me in the darkness, brother.
Dude, the entire time Hulk Hogan is doing this promo, Macho Man's like trying to find his spot to like intervene in this thing, and he just can't find it, so he just keeps licking the fuck out of his lips and just going back with his hand. And the dude down here is just talking. Yeah, brother, dude.
It's brother.
Brother Jack. is out here just talking. He's not even saying nothing. You don't know what's going on.
And Hogan's trying to talk over him because the dude just keeps saying random shit.
This looks like a fucking Tony Hawk Underground cutscene or something.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, you're right. He's about to give you a side mission. Go ollie off the building. Now it's Macho Man's time to talk. He says, forever and ever, yeah, walking the streets just like the brother told us. There's no way this fucking guy's name is Brother, man.
This is the good brother.
There's no way. But Hulkster, how much more do you need to sacrifice? Sullivan took your mustache. That's one of the big things.
I mean, that's catastrophic. I mean, you gotta look at this dude's face.
That's where all the power comes from, is that mustache, yeah.
He looks like Handsome Squidward. Jimmy Hart ripped you between the seams with the red and yellow, and the Giant took the world title, and Luger put you in the rack. And the fucking head of War Games Darkside Brother says, I told you that. And Macho Man says, yeah, you told us.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Now, needs to be done is this. Divide and conquer. You're too emotionally involved. Shut up, brother. You need to take the low road, and I'll take the high road. Yeah. You stay here with the dark side with the brother, just like he told you before, because he won't shut the fuck up. And I'll go to the light side, WCW Nitro. And I'll find out who's friend and foe, and I'll let you know. You know where I'm coming from, brother.
Do you know where I'm coming from, brother?
Dude, me when I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you stay here. I'll go check out. I'll tell you what's good on the other side, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to the light side. You stay here with Darkside Brother, and you fucking handle business.
I'll go to Nitro, make a big paycheck. You stay here. Yeah.
I mean, like, there has to be something I don't know. There's no way.
Hogan hits a Zandig at the end. That was awesome.
What's that?
Hogan hits a Zandig at the end.
Dude, okay, he does. It's fucking insane. Okay,
do you know where I'm coming from, brother? Yeah, I do.
You do. Now, was he talking to Hogan or was he talking to Brother?
I mean, that's a good question.
There's surely context that I'm missing here that Brother is like a head of War Games. Darkside Brother has got to be.
For some reason, I don't know if there's any context.
That is you're fully understanding. That is it.
No,
you're not missing anything.
He's from the war.
You're not missing
Cobra?
Anything.
No, Sting.
What?
Also, there's like 10 people from Venice Beach behind them while they're cutting this promo, just watching this happen.
Dude, the one guy just staring into the camera like the most blank stare ever. He is like you right now. What? Did I miss something? Is there context to this?
I watch WCW every week and I've never seen Brother before. That's weird.
Brother. This guy in the back is just staring.
I've never seen Brother before.
I haven't watched it in a while. What happened to the Four Horsemen?
Where's Vader? Come on. Cactus, maybe?
Hogan says, after you find out who's friend and foe in the Light Brother, friend and foe, me and the brother, the head of the war crimes.
What?
All right, man.
We'll stay on the dark side. Okay.
So now you're telling me that
head
brother...
of the war crimes.
Yeah, brother is committing war crimes? Oh, man.
He's head of the war crimes.
He might not have done them, James. He just, orchestrates them.
He just orchestrates them? Oh, dude. Talk to this guy.
Him, brother. Yeah, so friend and foe, me and the brother, the head of the war crimes, we'll stay on the dark side, and we'll take care of business, dude. And now that I got the stench of Venice Beach back in my blood, brother, what you gonna do when the dark side of Hulkamania destroys you? And then the goddamn guitar guy starts going to town again. This is a fever dream.
And it fades away as it zooms in on his face.
Yeah, it was like a fucking dream. I know the Dungeon of Doom stuff was all crazy in this time, and like James said, Power Ranger Monster of the Month, but this is out of control. What was this head of the war crimes?
Well, you have to understand there's a lot of deep lore to this.
I can't understand.
Well, you have to go back to where he enlisted in the war and start from there. But the general idea here is that they're going to defeat the Giant Brother.
With the brother?
They got to get the title back, dude. See, the legal mumbo jumbo, brother. It's really fucked us up, dude.
It's too much for your pea-brain.
These contracts, dude.
Too much for your pea-brain to understand, brother.
That's why I got my lawyer brother right here, dude.
I've taken the power of attorney from Jimmy Hart, dude, and I've given it to the Darkside Brother.
See, they took the title, they shaved his mustache, and now Savage is going to do a recon mission, figure out who's light and dark brother on Nitro.
Dude, Macho Man doing a recon mission is awesome. With
That's
brother.
What he's doing, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna infiltrate Metal Gear.
I'm gonna stay here on Venice Beach, and I'm gonna get all the info that you need, brother.
So Macho Man leaves here and gets on a plane, they say, and goes back to Nitro.
Yeah, so, okay, he doesn't show up on this show.
He is not on the show whatsoever. I don't know why they
I
need to say
he's
that.
not booked. He didn't get booked.
No, I'm guessing the recon was super successful, Tony.
Well,
he wasn't caught.
Well, he was throwing furniture in the back as of earlier in the show, James, so I'm not really sure what was going on.
That was Brother.
This guy's fucking name is not fucking Brother.
His name is Brother Jack. His
name's not Jack the Brother.
No, it's Brother Jack.
Throw the furniture.
Why don't you fucking fuck this place up, brother?
I hate this place, you know.
Whose side are you on? That's his recon mission, throw furniture. Where are you, the dark side or light side? Which side are you on?
Dude, I don't work here. Bischoff says, oh, that guy playing the guitar looked a little bit like Jimi Henderson.
Motherfucker, what? From Venice Beach?
Jimi Henderson.
You mean Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, that's
no, that's his brother. He lives on Venice Beach.
Jimi Henderson.
That's his brother, and there's also Brother.
No.
Why don't you come to the Lightside? Did you throw the couch around in the Nitro backstage?
That's your initiation. Throw the couch, brother, and you can sleep on it too. It looks like it needs someone to sleep.
All right, so Taskmaster with Jimmy Hart is facing off against the Renegade next.
Okay. This, first of all, this is awesome. Second of all,
this is crazy.
They're setting up an angle here where I guess Bobby Heenan is friends with the Japanese contingent, and that's the angle. Bischoff says, Heenan, what's the deal with you and this Japanese contingent? I said, whoa, what? Where did that even come from? They're doing, Kevin Sullivan's coming out here. What are you talking about? And Heenan says, I don't want to talk about this right now. I want to watch the Renegade. And Renegade comes out, and this is the Ultimate Warrior. But he's Ultimate Warrior, but better. This guy is so sick.
Better.
He runs out full sprint warrior style, rolls into the ring, almost gets caught in the bottom rope, stands up, and immediately clotheslines Kevin Sullivan.
He's all business.
This is awesome. He looks awesome. Red and yellow Renegade.
He's got a big R on his face. That is awesome. Just like over one
Renegade.
eye. That is good. I love that.
Yeah, this is sick.
So Renegade runs to the ring here. Kevin Sullivan gets caught off guard and clotheslined 100 times in a row until he clotheslines him out of the ring.
House of Fire clotheslines until he sends him to the floor. And then Renegade goes for a house show dive and then just lands on his feet.
Yeah, jumps from the fucking ring apron to the goddamn over the rope to the floor just to get distracted by Jimmy Hart yelling.
Jimmy Hart yelling?
Hulk Hogan,
daddy! Into a megaphone, he's yelling this. You're gonna put an next Hulk Hogan, Renegade! You're gonna put Hulk Hogan! And that distracts him enough to get glommed by Kevin Sullivan. I guess Jimmy Hart was Renegade's manager before this?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and he gave up on him.
Well, because he
probably didn't want to join the Dungeon too, brother.
I don't want the next Hulk Hogan. I hate Hulk Hogan.
So Kevin Sullivan goes for a flipping senton into the ring, but Renegade puts his knees up, and Sullivan just eats shit on this.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero said, I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's a cool move. Thank you, Kevin Sullivan. Renegade hits a razzle dazzle, but misses a move into the corner.
Holy shit! Fucking razzle dazzle. I couldn't believe it. I said, this dude he's cooking here, man. Oh, by the way, back on commentary, Heenan says, listen, I'll tell you what I did with the Japanese people. I said, what is fucking going on here? What does this have to do with this match? He said, they weren't being treated fair here in WCW, so I negotiated a deal. And on WCW Pro, you're going to see the Japanese contingent every Saturday morning, and you're going to see them for a half hour, and you're going to see Sonny Ono there to make sure they get a fair shake.
I mean, he's got a hell of a lineup that we see later, too.
Dude, it is a pretty crazy lineup. You're right.
So he misses a move into the corner, hangmans himself on the top. Sullivan hits a knee trembler in the corner. Face full of stuff the long way.
Top rope, face full of stuff.
Sullivan hits a knee trembler in the corner and a double foot stomp to win. I mean, look, Kevin Sullivan's kind of ahead of his time with this moveset, man. This is low key.
Dude, You're right. Wow.
That's crazy.
Second rope double stomp is crazy. Like, yeah, Spike Dudley patterns all of his moves around this guy.
So Jimmy Hart comes in and throws a beer in Renegade's face and then wipes the paint off his face and said, "You could have been Hulk Hogan, but you're not. It's over, Daddy.
You're nothing, baby. You're just plain old Rick."
Dude, holy shit, that is crazy.
And then he doubles down.
He called him Rick.
That's what he's saying. He's Rick.
He says his name is Rick.
And he doubles down and he's on the apron staring directly into the camera and he says, "He's just plain old Rick, baby." And
he's finished.
There's a wide shot and it's just Jimmy Hart full sprinting to the back. Dude, why the yeah, he had a red Solo cup. He throws beer in Renegade's face. Fuck you!
The R on his face stood for Rick, by the way, just so everybody knows. That's not Renegade, that's Rick. Bitch.
That's awesome.
I mean, they buried the shit out of this guy here, huh?
Yeah, that sucks,
they did.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it. How do you even get pitched that? Hey, man, so tonight you're going to get your ass kicked and then Jimmy Hart's going to shit on you. So we go backstage. Mean Gene is with the Red Room and the Shark is still fighting with Scott Norton and they leave the room.
We come into the shot and Mean Gene says, remember, Heenan is the man that put the deal together with Modell to move the Browns to Baltimore. Anyway, Shark, Big Bubba, the Blue Bloods.
Yeah! Shark!
Yes, Shark and Scott Norton are pushing each other. They fight off screen. Now the lights turn off and Mean Gene is pissed. This is funny as shit. Mean Gene says, "What is this? Who did that intentionally?" And Flair cuts a killer promo where he says, "Lights on, lights off, Stinger. I told you last week," and the lights come on, and I'm lit up again, just like the Lord turned the lights back on. They go on and off at my command. Sting, I told you last week, if you didn't like it, do something about it. All eyes in the world are on us, and I'm styling and profiling. He is still cutting a promo as Mean Gene is trying to send this shit to commercial. He's just losing his mind in the back, slapping his chest. Woo!
Dude, no one else in this room could have done that promo.
No, he saved it. He's in the dark cutting a promo and it comes on and he knows to talk about it.
And it's all in character. He never drops his character once.
No, it's awesome.
It all fits exactly who he is. Yeah, like he's so dialed in, man. Like it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just off the top of his head saying shit to build to this match later this evening. And DDP is in this crazy ass singlet back there.
Oh my god, what the fuck is he wearing?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Nobody's calling for that DDP, I'll tell you that
much. Tony is, come on, Tony's got a ball on the line.
I love it.
Yeah, we got you hold out, brother. So WCW Saturday night at 6:05 on TBS, of course. Arn Anderson versus Kurosawa.
That's Nakanishi.
Yeah, and I'm sure that match was 2 minutes. And Arn Anderson hit him with a DDT.
No, go on, Kurosawa up with a submission.
Disco Inferno has a music video debut.
Great.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan goes to Ireland.
And he starts a war.
I gotta tell you, man, this sounds like a great episode of Saturday Night.
I'm tuning in.
I always love the branding of the futuristic door for Saturday Night. It's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. 6:05 was a pretty legendary time, I guess, huh? I wonder, I'm guessing the ratings must have been okay. That show ran forever. Yeah,
you're right. It did. It was a big cornerstone of that OTBS for a while. Saturday Night, I know all the old heads like always talked about Saturday wrestling, you know?
Sure, yeah.
So Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero is up next.
Yeah, that's right. That's just on the show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Eddie gets pyro, which was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, behind the big WCW letters is cool. And Benoit's in yellow tights with a star on his ass, so I guess he's still trying to figure it out.
These guys have taken this match all over the world at this point, and it's funny because like they continue to do that for at least like 10 years.
And it's always fucking great, except that one-night stand match.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta...
It's a hard night, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta do a Paul E again. This sucks.
So Benoit hot starts on Eddie, and it's already a physical match right off the rip here. Benoit hits one of the nastiest Alabama slams I've ever seen in my entire life on Eddie. Dude, here, man.
Is that the one he puts him in a lion tamer after?
Yeah, so he goes straight to the lion tamer afterwards too.
He fucking kills him with that, and I was like, wow, that surely has to be the hardest move of the match. I was sorely mistaken because something happens later. They're on commentary talking about the WCW Championship Committee, talking about cruiserweight matches and that they're bringing in the cruiserweight title. And there's going to be more news on that in the weeks to come. So that's interesting. That's like soon here.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty big cornerstone of Nitro. We get to see the Japanese contingency. They're sitting out there chilling.
They're chillaxing, bro. They are out there crazy. It was
big sandwiches for the boys.
It's Sonny Ono, Chono, Liger,
Masa, my hero, Chono.
A bunch of dudes out there.
Keisuke Sasaki, I think, was out there.
That's right. Yeah, Sasaki.
There was one more guy. Yeah, I think it was. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I read, it was Hiro Saito.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. I'm not too up on his career, but I believe he was out there too. It could not have been, so I apologize if it wasn't.
They're all kind of dressed in like similar shit, except Liger, who's in a blue New Japan track jacket.
Yeah, he's repping the company no matter what. It's a cool jacket.
It is a fucking cool jacket. We need track jackets.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It pans over to them, and Bischoff says, "Wait a minute. There's a whole Japanese contingent here.
They're all eating sandwiches."
Oh my gosh, what is going on here? What are you doing, Heenan? Wait a minute. This has gone beyond. This is a lot more than you and Sonny Ono. They must have like thought this was this him like the first time he tried to do the NWO or something? Like
this was the Japanese NWO, right? That was the idea.
Okay, yeah, because like this is definitely being sold super heavy here.
These are Bobby Heenan's good friends.
So from the Observer, I put this here because it was just talking about this angle. November 6, 95. Meltzer writes, the Japanese guy in the skits is Sonny Ono, the used car salesman from Iowa who was a former kickboxer and knows next to nothing about wrestling, which naturally makes him Eric Bischoff's top advisor and Japanese liaison. The story is that Ono, using probably the Mr. Ishikawa name, will buy a percentage of the WCW Pro, fire Dusty Rhodes and Zbyszko, and take over as color commentator himself, doing racist Japanese commentary, and have most of the matches on the show be New Japan wrestlers as heels, and this is to bill heat for Starrcade. Heenan will do pro-Japanese commentary on some of the other shows.
So we go back to the match here, Benoit and Guerrero. Eddie reverses a powerbomb into an arm drag and then jumps off the second rope into another arm drag and hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
That was awesome.
Yeah, just a great, like reversing the powerbomb to get an opening, and then they go international. Eddie goes for a leg lariat. It kind of turns into a body block, which was kind of cool. He just kind of runs right into him.
Everything is so quick, too, and there's like no space in between anything they're doing. Like everything's so tight.
Yeah, Benoit powders, goes to the ramp. Eddie just goes to the top rope and jumps on him. He's just got to take any chance he can to like stay on top of this guy because like if he doesn't, Benoit's just going to eat him up.
He dives over the post into the aisleway. I guess it was the only way you could do it from the top rope with how the ring is positioned. I was like, holy shit. And then on commentary, Bischoff says, did you see that guy with Hogan and Savage?
Brother?
We couldn't stop thinking about it.
That's the last they reference him. That's probably the last time he's ever mentioned ever.
So they get back in the ring. Eddie hits a brain buster on Benoit. Eddie goes up for the frog splash, but Benoit gets up and hits a superplex, and they're both down. And like, yeah, the match is just super tight. Like everything is making total sense. Like Eddie gets up because he hits a couple of quick reversals, does anything he can to keep Benoit down, but he slips up going for his finish, and Benoit gets up to take him back down. Like this is all just like super tight. Everything is super tight. Benoit then hits the fucking bomb, Danny Luna style, and gets a 2 here on Eddie.
He like. If that was a shitty ring, Eddie was going through it. Like he slams him so fucking hard into the ground. It's unreal.
So Benoit then gets him up and hits a short arm clothesline, and Eddie reverses off the ropes into a flash pin for a 2. Benoit goes for a kitchen sink, but Eddie rolls around his knee into a roll up for a 2. This is just a really good match. Like everything just makes total sense. Like it's just fantastic. Super physical. Benoit hits a German suplex with a bridge for a 2, and he holds on for another, but Eddie stops him and tries to turn around, which Benoit then turns into a Northern Lights for a 2.
Yeah, that's what a crazy sequence. Like just to keep him going. Like everything Eddie is doing is to fight and to stay in the fight, but Benoit is always like one step ahead, but that's not stopping Eddie from trying to get out of everything he's given him.
Yeah, so Benoit then gourd busters Eddie on the ropes, and he goes over Eddie, but then they just start fucking fighting. They're just slugging it out.
Fighting,
yeah, like he's on the apron now. He's in the ring. He's fighting. Benoit goes to suplex Eddie, but Eddie falls on top of him and pins him. Benoit's foot is on the rope, but the ref doesn't see it, so Eddie gets the 3 count. And man, wow, what a great match that leaves something way open for another match.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually, okay, so like the feet on the rope thing, I don't know if I'm sure this has happened like this. Maybe this was the normal for there. I feel like it's not this way now. Like people will just put their foot on the rope and it's like, oh shit, your foot was on the rope. They explained on commentary that Benoit's feet were under the rope. So because of that, he was trying to kick up to kick out, but the rope was stopping him. So that's why he couldn't kick out. I was like, oh fuck, that's awesome.
That is cool. Yeah, that is actually a great explanation. Heenan is livid about this, by the way. And he's like, I want to see a fucking replay. I want to see a replay. And Bischoff's like, we don't have time for a replay. Brain sorry to the back.
Dude, he said we don't have enough time for slow-mo. Ha 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 ha. Like, Bischoff was happy about this. God damn.
So we go backstage. Shivani is back here with the Blue Room, I think. And
this is the Blue Room. Yes, that's right.
I just can't get over what I'm looking at here, man. The Nasty Boys are yelling. Fucking Jim Duggan's going nuts over here.
Yeah, all the fucking stars are here, and Sting is fired up, and he says, not only did Flair turn his back on me, but he used little stingers with their faces painted. That's the one thing you don't do in life. Maybe that's what Renegade was at first.
Sting's promo here,
a little stinger.
Sting's promo here is vitriolic.
He's fucking pissed. He says, Nature Boy, if there was ever time I was going to do whatever you say, it's tonight. When you say if I don't like it, do something about it. Guess what? I don't like you. I hate you. And I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to leave you for dead. And then Jerry Staggs starts fucking talking. He says, same goes for the Blue Bloods. And Shivani immediately says, all right, you heard it from Sting. Call right now.
Dude, and Alex Wright is over here just pointing angrily.
They're all just yelling shit from behind. It's super chaotic.
So we get a Macho Man commercial here, snap into a Slim Jim.
Yo, don't give a brother one of those. He might go to the Lightside.
We get a Fall Brawl War Games 95 commercial. It's on VHS on November 7th, which is tomorrow in kayfabe.
Yeah. Home video cassette is available in all the places that you get the home video cassettes.
Bobby Heenan is drinking sake at the commentary table. That's from his men, his good friends.
These my boys got me this shit. Yeah. Mongo has Pepe the dog, the clown, on his shoulder. And Bischoff says, it's clear to anyone that saw what happened at Halloween Havoc with Flair and Anderson and Pillman and Sting. They know. You called it. You pick up the phone and you want to see it. And you're going to see it. Sting and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I was like, oh, this is just how they announce that. There's no like graphic or a show like a percentage of anybody that got called in on. And just say, it was fucking Sting and Flair.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
Yeah. And Mongo says the fans did the right thing. Flair turned his back on Sting and they beat him like a dog. And what do you guys say about that, Heenan? And then he sees Heenan drinking sake. He says, what is that colored water? And Heenan says, sake from my friends over there, Mr. Ono. And he points to his boys and he waves at them.
Dude, he took a sip from the cup, and then as it like pans away from the commentary booth, he just drinks the whole thing.
Yeah, he does. That was awesome.
I thought that was good.
Good.
So the main event of the evening is Sting versus Ric Flair.
Yeah, they go right into it. Like, not even, it's like, hey, this is the match anyway. The man calls Sting. I said, whoa, shit.
I love seeing the old heads in the crowd throwing up the fours for the Four Horsemen. I always think that's pretty cool.
They probably still would live and die by the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, that shit meant something, man.
Yeah, that was for life to them.
So Sting goes right after Flair, like right as the bell rings here.
Flair's on the apron.
Yeah, and Sting just says, fuck it, we're starting now.
I'm kicking your fucking ass, brother. And immediately mother effing bombs him.
Yeah, he throws Flair. Dude, yeah, he does that a lot in this match. Sting throws Flair into the corner, and he takes the Flair buckle, and Sting lines him on the apron. They go to the outside.
Dude, at one point, Sting did 10 punches in the corner. And, you know, he's standing on the second. The referee also climbs up to the second.
Just to make sure he's looking for the closed fist, brother.
Yeah, what are you doing there?
So Flair tries to chop Sting on the outside, but he no-sells it. The crowd is going nuts for this match.
Yeah.
Sting goes for a dive, but Flair moves, and Sting hits the barricade, and we go to commercial.
He eats shit on that barricade, too. Dude, like, I mean, we'll talk about it more as it gets into the match, but this is the most amount of times that surely Sting has done the mother effing bomb, and the most amount of times that fucking Flair has gone, and begged off in one match. Like,
and Sting no-sold a ton here, too.
Dude, it's It's almost like they've reset the match like 5 times. But I actually really like this match, by the way.
Yeah, like, okay, so Flair and Sting, you could probably like, I probably don't even have to call the rest of this, and you can kind of figure out what the match is. But the thing is, if the match is good, then like, fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like
better, but like this was still fucking like.
I'm sure they called nothing here,
dude,
right?
I bet that's what it feels like, but it's still all good shit.
Yeah, right. Like that's just an art that doesn't exist anymore. Just go out there and just let it fly.
Yeah.
Flair kicks Sting in the stomach on the ground and stops and look at the ref, and he goes, "Man."
I wrote the same thing. That's what he fucking did.
Hey, you son of a bitch. So Flair locks in the figure 4 leg lock, and Sting could not give a shit about selling this. I'll be completely honest with you here.
Fuck this shitty ass move until he grabbed the rope. Then he was like, all right, I gotta G up for this a little bit here.
Yeah, so Flair uses the rope and all the Flair tricks. Sting actually drags Flair out to the center where he can't use the ropes.
That was awesome. I don't know if I've seen that like that. Like usually it's just reverse like ref kicks the arms and then you reverse the pressure. Sting straight up dragged him by his legs in the submission to the middle and then fired up.
Yeah, he fired up and then flips it to reverse the pressure, and Flair just lets go immediately and just stands up. Fuck you.
And then Flair picks Sting up, runs to the ropes, and hits a running kick to the knee. And Sting no-sells that.
No-sells the shit out of it, yeah. Flair then starts chopping and punching Sting, and Sting is no-selling this too.
I beg off.
So Sting then hits the gorilla press slam and a hip toss into a drop kick. Flair takes back by groveling in the corner and poking him in the eyes.
Again, as Shave said, you can picture this match without us even telling you about it.
Yeah.
Flair throws him to the outside and hits a double axe handle off the apron here.
Okay, dude. Flair was G'ing up for whatever he was going to do off the apron for so long that I started to like get excited because I was like, wow, I'm about to see something fucking crazy for Ric Flair? Is he about to do flipping set?
He wanted him to fucking turn around so he could see him G'ing up for the double axe, so he knew it was coming. Sting never turns around. So he just says, fuck it, I'm throwing it.
I was like, God damn, double axe handle, it sucks.
Flair then chops the shit out of him and rakes his eyes insane style.
Flair, Sting is on the floor on the outside. Flair full runs from one side of the outside all the way across to the other, reaches over the guardrail to grab a chair, then lifts it up and runs all the way back at Sting, hit him with it, and then the ref takes it from him. I said, this is insane.
So yeah, he grabs the chair and then the ref and Flair get into it. And they just pushing each other. Yeah, he tells him, don't fucking push me. And Flair's like, okay. And they get back in the ring.
They talk about hopefully Flair has money because if you start fucking pushing refs, you get fined. Like,
yeah, if you put your hands on Randy Pee Wee Anderson, you will be paying a fine.
And I'll kick your ass.
So Bischoff says, there's an announcement later.
Oh, okay.
And then Heena's like, what announcement? What is it? I don't later.
You'll know later.
So Flair then punches Sting in the head and then uses the ropes to try to pin him here. And this is the craziest pin attempt I've ever seen in my life.
There is never, and I mean never, been a more cheese pin than this. No one has ever cheated to this degree.
This is a 2K glitch.
This is, oh my God, it is. This is literally insane.
Sting is on the ground. Flair puts his feet on the ropes. The ref is looking at Sting's face.
He's laying next to them.
Yeah, laying next to them, looking at Sting's face. So the feet are kind of behind the ref. So Sting keeps raising his shoulder out of this pin. But when he raises his shoulder, he's not like kicking out. So Flair's feet are still on the rope the entire time. And the ref never looks up. He does the shoulder raise like 4 times.
And there's no like, okay, he kicked out, so there's a new pin. Flair lays on this pin with his feet on the ropes for 6 pin attempts. Sting keeps kicking at it too. And at no point does the referee think to stop or to do anything else.
Look anywhere else.
Yeah, like it's the whole. I said this is the most cheese thing I've ever seen in my life. How is this possible? How does he even get out of it? He just stops.
Dude, Flair does that, and then he gets up and he like looks at the crowd. He's like, "Fuck you." Your crowd just pops huge for it.
Yeah, I love that though. I was like, this is the shittiest thing I've ever seen. What a stupid ass ref, man. I hate this ref.
Dude, Randy Pee Wee Anderson, I mean, he got a concussion. Flair was fucking with him.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, you're right.
So Heenan says, Heenan's talking about the announcement or whatever, and he says, oh, it's Hogan retired, isn't it? He's like, no, it's not Hogan retired.
I hope so.
So Flair goes up and Sting throws him off the top rope, of course. Sting is hitting Flair in the corner when the ref gets between them. Like
Flair's
literally just literally like goes in between them. So Sting picks him up. I thought he was gonna fucking atomic drop a fucking Manhattan drop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's even funnier. He attacks the ref's balls.
Manhattan drop right there. All right, now get out of my way, buddy. So Sting literally picks him up and takes him to the other side of the ring and puts him on the turnbuckle. This gives Ric Flair enough time to get his little hand gimmick out. And
was it Nux?
It was paper.
It was like the tape or whatever.
Yeah,
like
taped up. Oh, sure.
Yeah. Whatever.
So Flair then hits him with the loaded fist. Flair then starts immediately strutting, and then he hits the ropes on like 3 different angles, strutting all the way through this, and then hits an elbow drop. But Sting kicks out at 2.
Somehow he kicked out after Flair taunt spammed for a minute.
So Flair chops Sting, but Sting fires up and hits another gorilla press.
Flair begs off.
Sting hits a superplex, locks in the Scorpion Deathlock, and Flair gives up.
He taps out. The crowd was on fire for it. By the way, that superplex was on the tippy top, by the way. It was not like a second rope one.
Oh, yeah, they're both up there.
Very top. Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, taps out to the Deathlock, but Sting won't let go. Sting, because fuck Ric Flair, man. I'm going to fucking break this dude's back. I don't give a shit. The refs come out to try to break it up. And then Bischoff on commentary yells, Luger is coming out. Now, the angle that I'm looking at here is the camera is in the ring. He's pointed at Sting in the Scorpion Deathlock, and I can see the ramp. And I don't see a fucking Lex Luger coming out. He says, I can see him making his way here. And he's not coming out. And then Mr. JL and Eddie come down. And Bobby Heenan says, oh, Luger got sidetracked and security stopped. What?
Gotta give it to him for the cover there.
He tried his best.
You gotta give it to him.
Bischoff had to be fucking pissed. Where the fuck is Luger?
Dude, yeah. I mean, if I couldn't even imagine what was going through my head at that point. I'd probably
be throwing shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a long conversation to cook out after the show, I'll tell you that.
The drive-through with the guy.
What went wrong here, man? Yeah.
Yeah, Luger is, and like, why did Bischoff say that without seeing Luger?
I think he just assumed probably like
that he would be there.
Yeah, like, oh, he must be coming at least. At the very least, he must be coming. See it.
Yeah. Maybe it looked like shit on his monitor. Oh, here comes Luger.
Sting's got this fucking Deathlock getting crazy. He's like, squeeze all the poison out of that man. So they're beating the shit out of this bell. I mean, it's going off nuts. Maybe Luger will hear one of these.
No.
Actually, Luger takes so long to come out here that Sting actually just thinks the segment's just over. Dude, so, like, he lets go and just leaves with Jim Duggan.
Because Evad Sullivan and Johnny B. Bed and Hacksaw are out here, and they're all like, hey, man, he's not, fucking Luger's not here, dude. So he lets go, as you said, and Sting goes in the aisleway. Then Bischoff yells, Luger broke free from security. So Sting full sprints back into the ring and puts Flair back in the Scorpion.
He does it again.
So they can get the shot.
You gotta love a professional, man.
That's funny as shit. This is live, too, so they couldn't fix this.
Yeah, so he just literally runs back in the ring, locks a Scorpion Deathlock back in on Flair, and then Luger walks as slow as humanly possible to the ring here in his pants.
Smug, shitty fucking grin on his face. He knows he blew this.
He must have just turned heel, I guess.
At the pay-per-view.
Right, okay. So he attacked the Macho Man with the Yeti.
Yeah, that's right.
He attacked the Macho Man with the Yeti and then fucking missed his cue on Nitro.
He's really fucking shit up here.
So yeah, Luger comes down to the ring and they do the shit they were supposed to do before where he talks to Sting and he's trying to get him to join the Darkside, dude. You gotta join, brother.
If you don't join, we got this guy Cobra that could easily take your place.
You gotta see this dude backstage. He's throwing the furniture around. He's nuts. Macho Man's in the corner. He thinks no one can see him for some reason. He's just got a box over him.
I'm infiltrating Metal Gear. Is it a box? Who's there? So yeah, Luger says something to Sting. Sting lets go of the Scorpion. Then Sting leaves with Luger, and everyone is confused.
Yeah, and of course we have the announcement after this. That's not the end of the show.
It should have fucking been the end of the show, man. It would have been a much better show if it was the end of the show.
Nope, they got to bring in the lawyer. So it's time for Taskmaster and the Boys Town Hall. Where's the Yeti?
Where is the fucking Yeti?
I'd love to see the Yeti and the lawyer go head to head. That'd be awesome.
So Mean Gene is out there with Taskmaster, Jimmy Hart, and the Giant. Giant has the WCW World Title. Mean Gene says, "This is not right, gentlemen. This man is not the WCW World Champion.
Look at this fucking piece of shit. This is not what a champion looks like. Fuck you."
He starts turning around, flipping them off. Fuck you.
I hate you. I hate your guts, bitch. Motherfucker. Ass.
Fuck you, bitch. Suck my cock. Anyway, he says, that's not right. Jimmy Hart says, you know what I mean, Gene? When Hulk Cologne showed you how
stupid he is.
Hulk Hogan. Show you how stupid he is when he was in Hollywood, California, making all those B-grade movies that wind up in a video store before they end up on the silver screen. I was here taking care of business at the WCW because I had the power of attorney to do so. And me just says, you had the power of attorney. He turns around, fuck you, giant fucking bitch.
Dude, he's got this promo and me just looking at the giant with no finger. Fucking motherfucker. Do something, bitch. Yeah, go ahead and cross the line, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. They got a desert over there. A Mojave Desert.
You and Big Papa, get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't shit for you over here.
I'm saying this all toward Jimmy Hart's promo. Jimmy Hart says when Hogan and his new best friend Macho Man and the brother were out to a Jimmy Hart was taking care of business because he had the power of attorney to do it. And when Hulk Hogan wanted to step in the ring with a Giant, I'm the one who signed the contract because I had the power of attorney to do it. I fucking understand the power of attorney fucking thing, goddammit.
Get it.
So Jimmy Hart explains that he signed the contract, and the stipulation in the contract that he signed was that if Hogan got disqualified in the match, he would lose the WCW heavyweight title. So that makes the Giant the world champion. I don't know what the finish was. I imagine Hogan got DQ'd, and that's what that means, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. I believe that's right.
So he's saying that the Giant is now the fucking world champion. No fucking way. Fuck this fucking guy.
The DQ must have been under dubious nature.
Yeah, that's what they say. Taskmaster says, I signed the contract with myself with the Giant, and it wasn't our fault that Hogan got disqualified. Well, Mean Gene says, well, fuck that shit, bitch. I got the goddamn legal department here. Nick Lambros is here. He's an attorney.
Dude, I loved Mean Gene putting on his little reading glasses. He's like, read the contract.
Read the contract,
and he puts the little glasses on. Yeah, that was cool.
He says he's an attorney. He's been in contact with the championship committee, and what is the story with this document? And Nick Lambros says, unfortunately, Gene, Jimmy Hart is partially correct. He did have...
Dude, okay. First off, let me just say this. I love when WCW introduces people and they use their full name.
Nick Lambros.
Yeah, this is Nick Lambros. He is a practicing attorney. He talked to the committee and Nick Botwinkle.
That makes him real.
I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy's real.
And here's brother from the head of War Crimes.
Yeah, he's a Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. He says Jimmy Hart's partially correct. He did have Hulk Hogan's fucking power of attorney to sign the contract, but he is not the world champion. I've been on the phone with WCW Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel, and he has conferred with the WCW commissioners, and they've issued this statement that because of the dubious nature of the disqualification, the WCW Championship Committee has determined that the heavyweight title will be held up and will now be awarded to the winner of the 3-ring 60-man battle royal at World War III. And fucking Jimmy Hart and the Taskmaster start flipping out. Jimmy Hart says, he is no lawyer.
I know what a lawyer looks like.
I don't know one. He ain't got any credibility. And Mean Gene says, why don't you, and he hands the contract back to Jimmy Hart and says, why don't you take this paper to the men's room? It won't do you any more good than that. Shove it up your ass.
Fuck you, giant bitch.
Dude, Mean Gene starts getting shitty. He says, let's get that title. Give me that title.
That's not yours. Don't ever fucking touch it again.
Yeah, you fucking put your fat little hands on that. Get that shit away from you. And Giant starts going, no.
This is my belt.
My belt.
I'm hungry. I need a sandwich.
I'm not giving up. Give me a Japanese contingent sandwich. And Mean just says, give us that fucking belt.
Give me the belt. Give me the belt.
You fat bitch. Fuck you.
Give me the belt now. Get a fucking clue. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Taskmaster says, it's real simple.
Don't steal any money from the game either, you bitch. Don't steal. Hey.
Yeah, you fucking take money from the games and the action figures. Hey, you listen to me. Give me that belt.
Better pay your royalties then, you bitch. We all had to do it.
Call 1-900. Fuck you.
Stay away from Ring of Honor. Fuck you. Get out of here.
Stay away from Ring of Honor. Taskmaster says it's real simple, Lambros. Lambad.
What is your name? Who are you?
Fuck you. This is another one of WWE Hulk Hogan's agenda. And I'll tell you what, take this belt. Shitty ass belt. It's a 60-man battle royal. You think anyone could beat the Giant? And he throws a paper at Lambros and gives him the title.
He makes a great point.
Yeah. I mean, who could beat the... How can anyone possibly eliminate the Giant?
No one can eliminate this fucking guy.
It never happened.
No, I mean,
I can eliminate you now. Give me the belt and get the fuck out the ring.
Give me that fucking belt. Fuck you. Son of a bitch. Taskmaster says, when Giant wins it back, you're going to throw it out your belly like you're going to throw out the lawyers are.
Let him know. Let him know.
Yeah.
And Jimmy R says, get that smile off your face. I hate that smile on your face.
I like the smile. I think it's pretty good. Why don't you get this fucking big son of a bitch out of my ring?
Fucking hate the Giant big smelly ass out here. Hate this fucking fat son of a bitch. So Black the commentary Bischoff says that's earth-shattering news. The crowd is chanting Hogan. I don't know if they were or not.
They're chanting brother.
But Darkside. It's going to be decided in the 3-ring battle royal, first time ever. And Heaton says this makes it even more dangerous. 60 men were going to fight for an opportunity to win the title. And now the winner will become the world champion. And next week on Nitro, Randy Savage will take on Meng. He was here tonight. I guess don't fucking worry about that. Eddie Guerrero will take on Johnny B. Bad for the TV title. And Sting will take on Dean Malenko. These are all awesome matches.
Yeah, they're cooking here with this 1-hour format.
Yeah, this is fucking sweet. I want to see that episode as well. I don't even know if there's anything. Hopefully, Brother's on it. That'd be sweet.
I mean, they got the dungeon to do with the broadsword.
Oh, shit. You're right.
This show was fun as shit.
I enjoyed this a lot. Yeah, this was awesome.
Like, we talk about a lot where, like, you know, you need, like, a one work rate match on the show. There was a lot of good matches on this show.
Yeah, there was. And Cobra was here with the Morse code.
Cobra was here, and so is Darkside Brother, head of war crimes.
I love that guy.
Brother Retros, dude.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck that dude was about? I don't know, James. You're right.
Man, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Now it's time to shout out the Big Money Today tier members, starting with Ultimate 145, Cinco, Geometric Hog, Can Opens, Gon' Get 'em, Dead 'em Brothers, and King Jack. Special shoutouts at the Demo Dick tier for Ray of Dunning and Super Size Johnson for joining the squad. Other than that, have an excellent rest of your day. Peace.